What's up, you guys? It's your boy. Sorry about a burp, but this is a game-changing video. I don't think anybody's ever talked about this, and I literally just cracked the code, bro, how to make out the Matrix. This is how you get rich off minimum wage. I know that sounds a little crazy, but let's break it down. So when you graduate college, right? Let's say you're 17, 18, you go to school, you get about $30,000 of debt. By the time you actually are done, and let's assume you don't get a master's, let's say you get a nice office job, right? You're making 70, 60K a year. Well, you got 30K debt, so you pay that off, and there you go. Now you're sitting at what? So it took you 4 years to get the degree. 30K debt is being generous too. Some people have like 100K debt. It took you 4 years to get the degree. Now you're saving at like 23, 22. You're starting to save a bit of money. Let's say you save for 4 or 5 years, 60K for 4 years. You've got what? 240 by the time you're 26. But here's what they don't tell you, right? Instead, let's say when you graduate 18, 17, what you can actually do is go ahead, get yourself a minimum wage job, get two of them. So get one at Arby's, let's say, and get another at Walmart, and work one night shift, one morning shift. So if you work, let's say from Arby's, let's say you work 7 hours a day. The other one you work maybe 7 hours, 8 hours. So let's say you work around 60, let's say you try to get 70 hours a week, 60 to 70 hours a week. If you save that up for a month, and then in a year you're making about $48,000 a year. So by the time the other person graduated college, in 4 years you can have $150,000. You can take the $150,000, take maybe 20,000 of it, look for a 10x in crypto, which I know sounds crazy, but in a bear market, that's doable. Look for an 8x even. Flip that up, get $160,000 on top of the 150 grand you already have from minimum wage, 130 grand. Now you're sitting about $290,000. You can take the $290,000, go buy yourself a property. Maybe it'll generate you about. So if you're able to live at your parents' house rent free, you can make maybe two to four. So if you can rent out a duplex, get a duplex, rent out both of them. Maybe you can get about 2 to 4K a month off that. And if you put all this money in the market on top of that, now you're making like, oh my gosh, you're set, dude. You're making at least $60,000, $70,000 a year doing nothing. Because let's keep in mind, you can scale up the duplex method. You just literally scale it up. Now you got properties too that you can sell. Let's say like worst case, you got to sell them. You can still make some money off that. So it's a psyop, guys, to go to college, because what they do is, let's say you're working these minimum wage jobs. Let's say you're working at Denny's. You could really make enough money off Denny's, but the way they trick you is that they get you to blow your money on food, blow your money on clothes, blow your money on gas, blow your money on cars. That's another psyop too. The car is a psyop. Gain your license. So let's say, actually not gain your license, but you get your license, right? So now instead of walking to Taco Bell or walking to Arby's, you're driving there. You're spending $200 a month in your car, another $150 on gas. Paycheck gone. That's a lot of money, dude. Over 5 years, one paycheck a month gone on all that. Now you got insurance to pay. Let's say half your checks are going to all that, dude. You're spending like so much money. Versus, you get your boots up. You get your boots out. You walk 30 minutes to work, 30 minutes back. Hell, even if you Uber, that's probably cheaper in the long run. But honestly, just walk. You walk to work. You walk back. You're saving. Literally every cent you can save, like, just save it, bro. Like, don't even spend the bare minimum. Of course, spend some money on like a gym membership, so that way you're like in good shape by the time you're 25, 26, when you've got success. Dude, this is like, and they've been psyched, guys. The way they get you is like, oh, it's not shameful to work at Walmart. It's not shameful to work at Arby's. Is there less honor? Probably less honor in that. But dude, if you can rack up $200,000-$300,000 working at Arby's, bro. What do you guys need? Like, how many sliders do you need? How many beef sliders? I will gladly work at Arby's. And this is assuming you don't do anything else, assuming you do just that. But let's say you add trading onto that. You add trading, now you're making another. You could be, your potential is unmatched. Let's say you add some crypto onto that. Let's say you add, the duplex method. Like I said, there's so many methods you can have, and now you have $200,000 stacked up. Now you can risk 20K on a business venture, and if it goes well, it goes well. Now you can learn how to invest in stocks. So they really do psyop you guys, because these 4 years that you spent in college, you could have spent working, made it easy $150,000, $200,000. This is like way better than college. Have no debt. Be able to get a property that you can just rent out. So I'm starting to realize this is a psyop, dude. By 30, you don't have to work, bro. They're telling you to work these office jobs like 60. You could never have to work a day in your life by 30. The way people get caught up is that they're at this McDonald's job. It's like low, it's shitty. They're blowing their money on weed. They're blowing their money on all this stuff. They're getting pregnant. They're having children. They're blowing money on. They're not blowing money on children because they're a child, but like I'm saying, they're just like finding methods. They're just finding ways to blow money. So like they make like 95% of their paycheck just gone every week. But If you're smart about it, and dude, you can blow 20% of your checks a week and still save at 40K a year. I'm talking if you saved every cent you could save like 60K a year, but let's be real, like nobody's saving 100%. Like, so I'm giving you can blow 20% check, whatever you want. You want to get some Chipotle, but get some Chipotle. Just stay healthy, grind that out, learn. Dude, you only got to grind. You only got to remember like slave for like 5, 6 years, and this is like assuming you never upgrade your method. So from the most bare minimum method, you can make bro. If you can get 250K, you can make 25K a year off just the market in returns off the market. Now you could, bro. Now you don't even got to work for real. Like I know 25K a year, you're probably gonna be living in the hood and stuff, but I mean, if you go to like Thailand, dude, or something, and then you also have your duplex method coming in, now you can be making like 50K a year doing nothing, and you scale that up, bro. You can be making 6 figs easy, like. Bro, you can be a millionaire easy off this method. And it's like God just showed me this method like just now, bro. Because I got an argument with not my brother. I kind of got an argument, but I'm starting to realize the fact that, like every time something bad happens to you, understand the fact that I always know that God has a purpose for everything. So even though it might feel like sucks right now, like I know, like, all right, whatever. Like don't crash out. It's a reason it's happening. There's no reason now, bro, is that I like honestly, I might drop out of college, bro, and just do this method. Because this method looks unmatched. Work 70 hours a week, 16.25 an hour that's what it is in Connecticut. Live in my mom's house. Have easy 150, 200K by the time I'm 25. People are looking at you in shame, but you really got more money than everybody else in the room. So it's like, bro, like the issue is people, they get psyoped by like, oh, let me get this dress, or oh, let me look good for others. But like, if you just choose to be greedy for yourself, not even be greedy, just like look out for your future, bro. And then on top of that, once you get this millionaire status, bro, if you have children and you just teach them like to handle the money correctly, nobody got to work again. For like, I'm serious, nobody ever has to work again if you can keep the money in the family. Because people that's the elites never have to work, bro, because they just keep the money in the family. So if you can get this money, you can stack it up, and you can just make sure that like everybody in the family can eat good. You can pass your $4 million down to your children, bro. Just teach them the methods that you did. Teach them, get the duplex. You know, do what I said to do, and you're gonna be set, bro. So like, it's really just a psyop, bro. You can make a living off minimum wage and only have to work 5, 6 years and go hard. Like I'm saying, just like literally, because bro, think about it, right? If you work 35 hours a week, this method I said it's gonna take you 10 years, which is nobody wants to spend 10 years working at Arby's and Walmart. But you do 5 years, bro. That's anybody can do that. If you just enslave yourself for like 5 years, go hard. Come on. But the reason people get tricked is because they think, oh, let me gamble this 20K, let me gamble this 10K, or let me do this. But bro, if you just like have like diligent vision, I know it doesn't sound like, it's not as glossy as like Andrew Tate this Ferrari, but bro, you can scale once you have enough money to get like the duplex method, you can scale that up to like 5 mil, bro, easy. By the time you're 40, you're having like, you could honestly have like 30 mil, bro, off the minimum wage method. So that's how they sign up you to go to college, because they have you like wage slaving to pay your debts off. But it's not just that, because dude, like it's like, yeah, you're making 60K a year, but you're still like psyop because you're not saving like the 60K. Instead, what you're doing is, first of all, you're probably spending hella money on Uber Eats, on food. You're blowing money at the club because you think you're making money now. You're not paying off your debts. You're getting credit card debt. So like really, the reason people are going broke is because like they're getting psyoped into getting all these other debts. But if you just stay diligent, stay focused on like, all right, we're gonna be literally, like, I'm talking like slave, like so hard, like I'm talking like Civil War like level of slavery, just towards minimum wage. It just goes so hard on that, and then because you're basically making 30, unless you can find if you can find a job that makes 32 an hour and you can work 35 hours or 50 hours a week off that, or even go harder on that, now you can save even more. But if let's say you only can like get like 15 an hour, I know some say it's like 10 an hour, just whatever the minimum wage is, try to get a little above that, but just like go hard to sell on that, because McDonald's is always gonna be hiring, Arby's is always gonna be hiring, like Dunkin' Donuts is always gonna be hiring these low level jobs, and people like they think, oh, I gotta be in this office surrounded by everybody. Oh, it's like I've seen a video where like this dude interviews people. He's like, all right, would you rather clean sewers for 100K, or would you rather like have some job that pays nothing? And the woman always go, I'd have the job that pays nothing, that looks nice. It's like, dude, no, clean the sewers, bro, and then you never have to work. Clean the sewers so that way your grandchildren and your children don't have to. Because it's selfish, guys, when we take these like, it's just selfish to follow society's method, because we're preventing our grandchildren and children from being free financially. It isn't just about us. That's the issue. People get messed up. They get so selfish, but it's really about everything. So I hope you guys enjoy my method on how I'm gonna test this method out. We'll update you on like, I mean, that's assuming my other stuff don't work out, but I'm assuming it's gonna work out my other stuff too. But I'm gonna maximize this method this summer. I'm gonna work 70 hours a week, but I'm gonna get a job at McDonald's. I'm gonna go hard, and I'm gonna stay at my current job. I'm gonna work 70 hours a week, get about a band a week. I'm gonna spend maybe 200 of that on random stuff. But honestly, all you really need is like, all I need is ground beef to eat every day. That's what, like, max. That's not even that much money, bro. If we're being real, that's literally nothing. You can still save 900 of that. So now you're talking 3,600 a month, bro. In 4 months, 12 bands, easy. So, dude, if you do that if you do that in a year, dude, that's, oh my gosh, that's so much. That's like 48,000, bro. Do that in 4 years, bro. Damn near 200K, damn near 200K. So yeah, guys, this just shows this is really the method. People don't talk about it, but I hope you guys enjoy. God bless. And if you like the video, I know I haven't been uploading lately, but you know I'm getting like no viewers, but I want to stay consistent. It's just life's been kind of just getting like, I don't know, it's been a lot, but I'm happy to find this method, bro. I'm really confident in this method. Like, how could it, I don't see how it could fail. The math, that's the thing, math doesn't fail, guys. Numbers don't lie. If the math says just work 70 hours a week, make 16 an hour, do it for 5 years, have enough money, get the duplex method, tap in, get 2 to 4K a month, put the money in the market, you're set. You don't have to work a day in your life again. I'm gonna follow that method, bro, because it's that or retire at 65, which hell no. I don't need the flashy cars, dude. I'm just trying to never work again in my life. That's the plan. And then I'm gonna do a great goal for humanity. Once you can say what you want, you can do what you want when you have unlimited money. So yeah, guys, God bless and take care.